Hey everybody and welcome back to the Slow Blink Anime channel. Today we are talking about all the differences from Attack on Titan Season 4 Episode 13 titled Children of the Forest and the manga. This episode covers chapters 110, 111, and 112. Nothing too crazy was changed or cut in this episode, but let's get started. The episode starts off with a few extra shots added for the anime, such as the lady picking up the hat. The manga was a bit more descriptive in saying how the gas rolled over the village like a fog, and also the manga did not include the part about the people freezing up, only the part about losing control of their bodies, but it is mentioned a little bit later in the manga. Next, the lineup for the Ragako villagers' Titan forms was changed a little bit. It was a more dynamic shot in the manga by how this one is breaking through a roof, and the Titan's appearance looked different in a few of them as well. Lastly, the soldier coming to whisper in Levi's ear doesn't happen till chapter 112, and even then it's still implied. The family arrives and a few panels are cut from the manga of Niccolo being told that they are here. The next part that stood out is that Gabi seems a lot more nervous by her expressions in the manga than what was shown in the anime. Moving on, after Gabi and Falco are told by Kaya that she thinks that Sasha and Niccolo were in love, there was a line left out from Gabi where she talks about how it wasn't allowed for a Marleyan and an Eldian to be together. Also in the anime, Falco stares off with worry without any dialogue, but in the manga he is thinking that something was bothering him. And Mr. Blouse asking Falco if he had a tummy ache was just for the anime as well. Lastly, a detail I noticed is that Niccolo's kitchen is more rustic and traditional looking in the manga, but in the anime it is a bit updated and modern for the time. Falco fakes a tummy ache, and in the anime it seems more believable since Mr. Blouse brought it up earlier. The two candidates sneak away and follow Niccolo to the cellar. Gabi gives us more info in this scene by including their honorary Marleyans and reminds us how much time has passed by saying it's been a month since the Liberio attack. Last we get to see in the anime Niccolo rearing up and punching Gabi. This was just a great scene overall. Gabi is thrown into the dining area and exposed for being from Marley and the one that killed Sasha. The first difference is that in the anime the doorway is an open arch with no doors, but in the manga it is a set of French doors that Armin happens to be looking through. Next, when talking about how Sasha was the one who showed Niccolo that he enjoyed making people happy with his food, the anime does not include an image from the manga of Sasha eating a pizza that was presumably made by Niccolo. Moving on, when handling Mr. Blouse the knife in the anime, Niccolo grips it from the handle, and in the manga he holds it from the blade so he can easily hand it over. In the same part, Mr. Blouse talks about Sasha when she was young, and it also leaves out a panel of young Sasha practicing with a bow in the forest. Lastly, Niccolo is more careful when laying down Falco and is more compliant when being restrained, but in the manga it looks like it takes more force to subdue him. The first difference I noticed is how the enemy nation was taken down is explained more in the manga. In the anime he just says that hundreds of titans appeared in the city, but he doesn't really say if it's gas or wine. In the manga he tells them that Marley snuck in hundreds of Eldians who had Zeke's spinal fluid, and then the nation was taken down with Zeke's yell. After this, some manga panels are cut. Mr. Blouse asks what will happen to Ben, and Hanji says they will act as if Niccolo is telling the truth. Also cut is Hanji telling everyone to remove their jackets, wash their hands, and don't touch their faces. And then Hanji tells Onyankopon to tell the rest of the scouts this. This is where Onyankopon first bumps into Flock in the hallway. Lastly, Gabi tries to bargain more in the manga by saying to only kill her and take Falco as a prisoner. Flock shows up with his Jaegerist and starts making demands. An interaction between Hanji and Grier is left out. Hanji accuses him of knowing what's going on with the wine. Grier says Niccolo is delusional about the wine and that he has no proof. Also cut is Flock telling them that they will be tied up and threatens to shoot them if they don't listen. The rest of the episode follows the manga, and actually the majority of this episode follows it panel for panel. That's all the changes I could find this episode, guys. Let me know if you noticed anything that I missed. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more anime content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.